Good morning, everyone. Welcome back on Daily Crypto Plan. I'm Paul J from Crypto Traders Arena. Well, we can start as usual. Morning. To many people, I have to say good morning. So, good morning, everyone, including Stefan. Let's start as usual. Bitcoin on CME chart, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully, we have sound and we have image. Okay. Nice bounce yesterday. Really nice one. We bounced from below 69 and we already closed this gap. We can consider this gap closed today. I see people already too bullish here. Well, we'll go to the moon, we'll go to 80, we'll go to 90. Well, slow down, people. If you remember, a couple of days ago, I said, if we'll form a W, let's close above these levels, maybe even above these levels to confirm a higher high here, and then a retest to 69 and then up. Well, we closed definitely above 69. Now, a bit of strength here. We closed this gap. Now we can push a bit higher, but you want to chase the market here, or you want to take, even if you are really bullish, or you want to take a retracement for your entry. Think about it. So, okay, we have a gap here, we have a big gap there, we had a gap here. It's full of gaps. We created a higher high here. We created the W, the higher time frame W. It's clearly confirmed. Now, let's wait for a retracement, and then we can go on lower time frame and pinpoint an entry. Chasing the market here, I don't consider it's a good idea. So, for me, it's like this. Dumping here, reassessing here if the market is holding and if the market will create a W, and that will give me a potential setup, because I don't want to trade this big W on daily. I want to trade a smaller one. So if I'll see a W here, I'll attempt a long, and if that one will fail and the market will still be in the same area, maybe I'll attempt the second time. If not, back in the long reload zone. It's possible. What do we say usually about a breakout from the range? Because we know this is the range. What do we call a breakout outside of the range? If you are in Crypto Traders Arena, you should know. We call them fake outs. Market has to prove us that is in a trend, and we'll do a real breakout and we'll pump higher. Usually when you have a breakout in a clear range, that's usually a fake out, and that usually will retrace back in the middle of the range. If the market is strong and okay, we'll not do a fake out and we'll keep pushing and grinding higher and higher, well, we'll reassess, we'll analyze again, and we can chase. We have a perfect tool for chasing the market, the holy grail. But for the moment, I consider that we should be extra careful here being long. Actually, I saw a lot of Crypto Traders Arena people, VIP members, shorting this high, which is not bad. Stefan posted a short idea here. Why? Because we are too bullish, or we are thinking range and fake out and so on. On lower time frame, this was an SFU level. Okay, the market pumped really nice, but we also got an EM here on lower time frame. And I remember Stefan posting about that EM even on Twitter. Even on Twitter for everyone to see. He didn't call a trade on Twitter because it's not okay to post a trade, but look at that EM. And that's enough for a guy that knows how to trade. Okay, so don't be extra bullish here. Okay, we completed these W's. We have a strong bullish structure now. Yes, but wait for a retracement to even try to get long. Otherwise, here, think fake out and think back in the range and continue the fight at 69. Remember that here in this low, everyone was bearish. And I told you though, okay, candle body lows for trade location. I cannot be bearish here. I have to be bullish and I have to hunt long ideas. Now I'm saying the same. Don't be bullish here because it's a bit too late. If it's a range and we are fighting 69, we should go back down to 69. It's like a magnet. And if this level will hold, we can think about the bullish scenario. Yeah? Okay. So that's my view on Bitcoin. Let's see indicators. As you see, we pumped really nicely on Bitcoin on CME chart, but look at the OBV on CME. Doesn't care about the price action. It's not as bullish as we think. So, yeah, sometimes the volume will come later in the second next candles, but usually that means it's a fake out and we'll go back to 69 and we'll fuck around in this range for a long period of time. And keep suggesting you people that this level is so important and will stay here for longer. Okay, that's Bitcoin on CME, classic chart. We can see the W's now. Here you can see also the range better. We can draw this candle could be arranged by itself, something like this. Look at it. That's the best way. And look at the middle of the range, how well respected it is. Is this a breakout or a fake out? You tell me. Okay, now let's take a look at Ethereum a little bit. Ethereum still in the range. We didn't accept above this level. Let's see the CME chart. Similar. We are completing the daily W's. That's not bearish, that's bullish actually, but in the same time. Bitcoin is the boss for the moment. So if Bitcoin will dump, guess what will happen with this? Will be a fake out and will dump to the lows. And of course on Ethereum we have our big important level, $2,000. So 69 on Bitcoin and 2,000 on Ethereum. And this is also a magnet here. Anyway, here at least we had a fake out, we had an SFU. If you manage to play something on Ethereum, I took Bitcoin, I didn't took Ethereum this time. Don't be extra bullish here. Maybe today another SFU of this high, if we are really lucky to get that one. If we get that one and then to dump. But we can dump from here without any problem. Dominance. Well, 60%. Support and resistance like a magnet. You can see we are bouncing back to 60%. No altcoin season. I'm keep telling you as swing traders to stay the fuck out from altcoins. Don't go and play around with altcoins because not the moment. Don't short, don't long, just leave them to create a bottom and then we can reassess after we have daily, weekly W's. Some people listen, some people don't. Most of the people don't listen. It's their money, not mine. Ethereum versus Bitcoin. I was hoping for this scenario. It's still possible. We can see we created a pretty nice range, a fight of 003 level. We don't have any reason to think otherwise here. If we'll play this scenario up and then down, okay. Could go straight down, also possible. For the moment, we are fighting 003 and we have a well-defined range. If you are a trader of Ethereum versus Bitcoin, you know what to do here. Total market cap. Well, at least we are creating the same W's on market cap that what we have on Bitcoin. Total 3 is trying to do a W, but if you look at total, looks like a clear fake out. If you look at total 3, looks, even if it's not completing the W, but looks a bit better in my humble opinion. Let's see what will happen. Bitcoin on CME, we talked about. Ethereum on CME, we talked about. ES. Yeah, we discussed about ES multiple times. Yams, and more yams. We already accepted below this level. We traded below. This is the dead cat bounce from 61.8. If we'll stay in the range, okay, I don't have anything against it, but this could also be a retest of that initial yam. It's kind of ugly to trade, yes, but if you want to trade something, I think lower time frame, maybe you'll close this gap and then we'll dump. We had a nice bounce from 61.8. Now you can see the bounce doesn't have more power to pump. We'll probably go back down. I'm not trading yes, people, so don't put too much weight on what I'm saying about traditional market. Gold, in the same place like yesterday, fucking around in the short reload zone. Nothing I can do here. When I had an opportunity, when I saw a trade on gold, I told you AB equals CD here. Try to enter here. Now I am telling you to stay the fuck out. Silver, ugly. Ugly and violent. No. Gold versus silver is trying to create a bottom here. Oil. Well, this is the road to $100, people. That's for, in my opinion, that's the direction we'll take. But we'll go straight up? No. We'll make it easy for you to long there, even if you want to long. Where the fuck you put your stop loss? If you manage to get here at this bottom, and that's a different story. You are risk free, you don't care. But now here it's kind of in the middle of the road. Scalpers, day traders on oil, they don't need, my opinion. They know what to do. They'll hunt usually long ideas on lower time frame, and they'll increase a bit their win rate, and they'll make money with oil. DXY range, not too many things I could say about this one. You know my opinion about DXY. It's a big range, small range, and another range. People panicking every time we touch support. People getting bullish every time we touch resistance. But actually, just look at my levels and you'll see what I'm saying here. Okay, so that's the overview. Not too many things changed. Only Bitcoin pumped like crazy here. Nice pump from 68.5 to 74. Not bad. Not bad. Calendar, let's see what we have today. Okay, let's put today. High impact, please. Well, today we don't have any news. Let's put the entire week. Maybe it'll tell me different. No, today nothing special. Tomorrow, non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate. Tomorrow we'll have some dark mole candles, probably. But today looks like it's safe to trade. Now let's go on lower time frame. You see the range? I will not go on 4 hour chart. 1 hour it's enough. You understand what I'm saying, yeah? You see the range, and this is a fake out from the range. What is happening now? In 14 minutes, if we close here, we'll accept back in the range. And if we accept back in the range, that tells me that will go in the middle of the range. The first support you should think about here is the Monday high. So dumping here, and if we'll bounce, okay. If we'll dump lower, well, that's 69. You remember from daily chart, that's an important level. But once we accept back in the Monday range, you actually should think middle of the range. If and but and if and if will happen. For the moment, we are trying to close a 1 hour candle back below in the range. Hopefully you understand that. And look at a 3-bar fractal top here, an empire fractal. Not the best empire, but still an empire fractal. Look at it. This was a really nice one. You can trade a 3-bar fractal like this? Of course you can. You can do something like this. Where I said that is the first one. First stop is the Monday high. That's a 2.6. Where is the next one? Well, that's middle of the range. That's a 4.6, 4.8. And then if you are in the range, probably you'll test the Monday low, which is 7.1. Let's keep it that way, this way for the moment. So you cannot say you didn't have a 3-bar fractal top. And if you put 50-minute chart, what did we have there? If you put 5-minute chart, you want me to show you what Stefan sent me here in this EM? He was taking the trade here and said, EM market. That was his message. EM market. I do the similar thing to him. I'll tell him CDM, and he'll have to be fast enough to take it. But we had, look at here, we had a fake out, made you 1 hour, we got risk free, fake out. Then we pumped here, we pumped higher highs, higher lows, and then we created an M. And let's see the indicators on 5-minute chart. Well, there you go. There you go. You had some warning signs here. Now, you didn't manage to take that trade. Well, it's okay. You don't have to take all the trades. And if you are not a scalper, it's better that you stay the fuck out and wait for a proper setup. What is happening now? In 11 minutes, we'll probably close below now or in the London session. And once we accept back in the range, Monday high is the first level. If the Monday high is not strong enough, then we'll accept in the range. If we accept in the range, middle of the range. If we touch middle of the range, then we have 50-50 chances to up and down again. So possible to touch the Monday low. If you took this trade like this, well, you are happy. If you took 5-minute chart like I showed you earlier and you take your profit all the way down here, well, imagine the profit. Because 5-minute EM, it's a lot better than 3-bar fractal on 1 hour. At least this time. Let's see. There you go. 14R. How many trades you should have with 14R to be profitable? What win rate you can have and still be profitable? Let's put it back on 1 hour. And I explained you what I'm waiting. Dumping here. Let's see if we'll hold. If we'll not hold, middle of the range. And then low of the Monday low here. If the market will accept here and will create W's, then I'm interested again to long. So that's my plan. Pretty simple. Ethereum. Similar story. Look left, 1 hour. Breakout from the range, fake out actually, and look at it. We already closed the candle back in the range. Another 3-bar fractal, really nice one. And I'm not talking about 1-minute chart, I'm talking about 1 hour chart. If you know how to play a fake out in a range, it's one of the most profitable trades. Similar. First stop, close, Monday high. Next stop, middle of the range. Final stop. And the take profit if you are short on Ethereum is Monday low. So, make the trade risk free here if you are not already risk free. Take some profit in the middle of the range and take all the profit at the low of the range. Sounds good? Hopefully it does. Okay. People, this live stream is not for 5-minute chart. I'm going from time to time and showing you some levels, what we do on VIP, what Stefan is hunting on VIP. And when Stefan is out, what I'm hunting on VIP. But this live stream is not made for 5-minute chart. This live stream is made to make the daily plan, to see some levels, and the lowest level I should go, it's 1 hour chart. Okay? Most of the people are not able to go lower than 1 hour. They think they can, but if you think you can go lower than 1 hour, please show me your results. 200, 500 trades being consistently profitable below 1 hour time frame. And if you can do that, I'll make you a gladiator. Because definitely you know what the fuck you are doing in the market. Okay, so that's Bitcoin, that's Ethereum. We are creating even a bigger EM now. Could be a fake out just before the London opening. Maybe. Aster. Fucking around on 4-hour chart, nothing I can do here. You know my plan on Aster. Good proxy for some shitcoins. Hype was relatively strong, but you can see. Will probably come back to Papa. Solana. Solana did a nice fake out here. Range. Low, high, higher high, higher high. Took all the liquidity and guess what will happen now? You don't want to guess. Sorry. If we am out here and we'll accept in the range, looks like we already did on 4-hour chart. Watch out for the long reload zone, which is something like this. And that means we'll take all the liquidity here. Hopefully you'll understand. Yes, pretty simple. Monday range, still valid range. You can see what happened. You have the high, you have the low. Look what happened in the short reload zone. We rejected. We are close to the middle of the range. Now, I have this one. I should adapt a little bit. Look at it. If you want to long here, if you want to short here, SFU of the highs, maybe a touch of the Monday high will be the best level, or even a SFU of the Monday high. So, in this area, SFU of the Monday high, or an M, or something, you can hunt a short idea. If we'll dump in the long reload zone here, you can hunt long ideas. Monday low, confluence with the reload zone, confluence with this SFU here. There are some levels there to pay attention. Yeah? We can go on 1 hour and we'll see the market a bit better. Now you can see SFU of this low and then create a W, maybe an SFU of the Monday low. Maybe. If the market is weak, we can SFU this low. So that in the green area and below, we can hunt long ideas. In the red area and above, we can hunt short ideas. Playing the range game. Why? It's damn profitable. Well, okay, so that's yes. Gold on lower time frame. I suggest to just leave it alone. This looks like a Dalai Lama here, to be honest. Dump, going sideways, making some small W's and then up. But the location is bad because on higher time frame we are in a short reload zone, so not the best. Also, could this be an AB equals D to the downside? I doubt that, but it's possible. Technically it's possible, practically too much fear in the market for the moment for a bearish scenario. Silver, all over the place. We took Monday low as a resistance. A retest of that level in SFU could trigger a short, yes. Is the best area to trade? No. Is the best chart to trade on lower time frame? Silver? No. Okay, so that's my view about the market on higher time frame, on lower time frame. Well, in 4 minutes we'll close this candle here, hopefully below. People, it's not hard to make money. It's not hard to be a profitable trader. Is boring? Yes. Is not easy? Yes. It's good that it's not easy because everyone will do it and then will not be so well paid. But it's not impossible and it's actually not hard. It's boring and people don't stand to be bored anymore. They want emotions and they say they want money, but actually they want something else. And the worst spot you can be as a trader is to be in that sweet spot, in the cozy spot where you have a business or you have a job and you have a decent salary. You actually don't need money. You don't have a drive to make more money. You say that you want more money, but actually it's too boring at your work and you want some emotions from the market. And that's the worst case scenario, when you want emotions and you want feelings and you want hype and you want something to happen from the market. The market is here for you to make money, not to keep you enthusiastic or give you emotions. Yeah, if you are too comfortable, if you have just enough money to live a nice life, then it's hard to be profitable. Why? You don't have that drive. Your mind will say, well, so what if you lose this account? So what if you lose this trade? Next month you'll get paid anyway. You have your salary. Yeah. So think about what position you have and what you should do about it. I see so many people that are in that position and they don't succeed. There are people that they are in that position, but they have a drive. They just have something in them that will say, well, for me, it's not about fucking money. I love money, but for me, it's a game and I want to win this fucking game. How do I win a game in trading? Making money. So, my drive is the game. My drive is to succeed, to prove myself that I can, to prove my closest one that I can. Yeah, better, Alex, indeed. But how many people will do it from now? They'll wait until it will be too late. I'm blabbing away here from some time that it's better to become profitable trader. It's better to do something about getting off grid as much as possible, or have an option to go off grid when is the case. I'm not saying you are in a town and you should leave everything, no, but find a way. Either you have a friend and invest something in his area, or you have your parents, or you have something. You can go off grid at any point in time. When the shit hits the fan, you know what to do. You have the plan. If you are in the middle of a big city and you don't have any fucking plan, and shit hits the fan, you're gone. You don't stand a chance. You don't know how fast and how bad could become in 3 days. You don't imagine. You didn't play that scenario in your head. You didn't did that scenario, so you'll understand what can happen. You have everything now. You are comfortable. You are at 20 floor in a big apartment, and something will happen. The power will go off. You don't have water. You don't have heat. You don't have anything. The elevator is not working. Nothing is working around you. People are piling up to get food and get some things. You cannot exit the city by foot because you don't have a plan. You don't know where to go. You don't have a map. And 3 days will be terrible. That's a different story, people. I'm not saying that will happen, but you should keep in back of your head, well, if things will go south, what I can do, what I should do in that scenario. Similar here with trading. Everyone thinks that, well, my job will be forever. Well, it's not that way. Trading will be a good skill to have as long as the state is allowing us to trade. That's a problem. If the state will, your state, my state, and everyone's state will let us trade, let us participate in the market, and they will, because they have the incentive to do so. 90% of retail traders are losing money, so they love that money. So in that environment where they know they could extract money with the market from the public, you to be the exception. That's a good skill to have. Anyway, I ranted a little bit. We have the close, 1 hour close below that level. Let's see 4 hour. Well, we close 4 hour also. So in my humble opinion, any bounce here, even if you are trading lower time frame, any bounce is a shorting opportunity. Let's hope that will get a bounce. I'm short already, so nothing I can do. I'll wait. I'll patiently wait. I told you my scenarios. I even ranted a little bit about tinfoil hat and shit hit the fan. Some of you will hear, some of you no. I don't know. It's up to you people. Yeah? But things could get worse really fast. Really, really fast if you are in the wrong place. Just think about it. Don't wait until it will happen. Make a simple plan how to get the fuck out. Because you don't want to bug in. You want to bug out and get the fuck out. Because bugging in is limiting your resources. Every day you have less and less if you bug in. So that's not a solution for the long run. Not even for the short run is not. It's an emergency situation. Okay, you bug in until you can bug out. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Exactly, Alex. They are trying to pretend that everything is okay and they're doing the best. Yeah, because Dubai knows if we lose that perspective, if we lose that image of safety, nobody will stay in Dubai anymore, even if the war will be over. So they have everything to lose. So that's why they are behaving like they are behaving, paying influencer to say everything is okay, no problem. It's Dubai a safe place? No. The safe place is in the middle of the mountain, in a cabin or something, not in Dubai. If the power goes down in Dubai, people, imagine you are in a desert and you don't have electrical power. Just imagine what will happen. And there are ways to do that. Imagine what will happen in Dubai. Not a war, not drones, not bombs. No, just the grid is going down for 1 month. Is not possible? Well, 3 months ago they said it's not possible to bomb Dubai because it's so safe and they have everything. Yeah, I know they do, and they are suggesting them to post on social media about how good is Dubai. Well, they are smart in that manner. They are smart. We'll see what will happen. If the electricity goes down, you realize you are in a desert. So you are in a building in a desert without any way to cool down. Just imagine all the asphalt and all the cement and everything heating up in a couple of days. That's a terrible story. Hopefully will not happen and people will be able to realize that is not as safe as and they'll go in safest places possible, and hopefully this war will not last as long as I'm anticipating that will last. Everyone, or Americans, or everyone is saying this war will be short. I don't know. I don't know if it will be short, and I don't know if it will not start something even bigger. Remember, people, in the first World War, they didn't call it First World War. They said it was a world war after that, similar to the second one. Now, if you ask anyone, they'll say, well, we're not. It's local. Well, it's not local. You have Ukraine with Russia. You have the other side, and if we start another thing, in my humble opinion, we are in the Third World War from the moment we started in Ukraine. That's my humble opinion. Okay, people. Let's not talk about wars. Let's not talk about tinfoil hat. Let's talk about the market. We accept it back in the range. We have the levels. If you are VIP, see you in 2 minutes. If you are premium, see you in the New York session. By the way, it's the last day to enter on VIP. We'll close the registration today and we'll open next month. So if you want to participate in VIP, DM Stefan. If you had access on VIP last month for February and you didn't pay for March, I removed your access, so you have to DM Stefan to get back in. But that should happen today. Okay, that being said, let's call it a live stream. See you next time. Bye bye.